This sort of stuff is cool. Crystals that absorb oxygen and allow you to breathe underwater. Scientists in Denmark have developed a crystalline substance that is so powerful that a bucketful can bind and absorb the oxygen from a room. The stored oxygen, which can be absorbed from water or air, can then be released back with a little bit of heat applied to it. Now, it doesn't take much of a leap to understand some of the applicability, obviously for scuba diving and also for hospital patients who require air or oxygen in order to breathe more easily, and instead of having to lug around huge tanks, can actually be using this crystalline substance.
Or space travel.
Ooh.
You know, you got some of those crystals in your pocket, and who knows how long that'll last you.
So it's called the Aquaman Crystal.
Okay, Aquaman Crystal, okay.
So
Aquaman was my guy.
You were an Aquaman guy?
Yeah.
Over and above, okay.
You know who the voice of Aquaman was?
Tell me.
Buster Keaton, guy who did silent movies.
No, it was not.
Yes.
Is that true?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You let me know if I'm right. Carry on.
Okay. Well, that's almost as much of a bombshell for me as the actual development of these crystalline substances. I never really understand these scientists developing these things. Who's paying? Who's funding all of this stuff when they could really be focusing on maybe cancer research? I know I sound like, dirt. It's a bit of an obvious thing to make. It's a statement to make, but I guess it's legitimate. Legitimate
people. We get a lot of viewers from Denmark. Yes, good day, Denmark.
Now you're just making me look really bad. Okay. No offense. All right, let's go back onto the story. So this is what one of the scientists, the head scientist from the research lab said, quotes, "This could be valuable for lung patients who today must carry heavy oxygen tanks with them."
Okay.
So direct applicability there. And then let's get into the scuba stuff, which is the cool stuff. So the following, she said also, but also divers may one day be able to leave the oxygen tanks at home and instead get oxygen from this material as it filters and concentrates oxygen from surrounding air or water. A few grains contain enough oxygen for one breath, and as the material can absorb oxygen from the water around the diver and supply the diver with it, the diver will not need to bring more than a few of these grains.
That's some brilliant stuff. That's like the James Bond stuff.
Yeah, with a little 4-minute breather type thing. And you just have a device that just delivers the grains or just contains somehow delivers the oxygen to you.
So you could stay down there for a long time.
Yeah, just with these little grains that they've devised. So that's pretty cool.
So how close is this to being an actual something that can be used in practical
launch date? They're not saying right now, but I'm thinking if there's some applicability behind it, or if there's a conglomerate gets behind it, I would have thought they would rush this forward because obviously the science is there. So it's really just about deployment now. Look at that! You could get to hang out with mermaids, and not have to have that ugly tank.
Right.
Those
cool masks, they push up like that and they make you look ugly. This looks better.
Anyway, let us know what you think. You think was Aquaman your favorite, or were you more of a Batman kind of guy? Anyway, either way, let us know your thoughts, and as always, thanks for subscribing to the Lib TV.